I don't know a lot about perfume, but when I hear number 5, I definitely think Chanel number 5. And I reckon DS Automobiles is trying to get a little bit of that French luxury feel for its cars with its new naming. We've already had the DS number 7, and now here's this, the new DS number 4. The number 4, in case you haven't noticed, isn't a brand new car. This is a significant update of the old DS4. And where you can see that most is at the front. It's all about lights and badging. Now, previously, a technical looking headlight unit such as this would have been worth discussing. But of course, these days, it's all about LEDs and daytime running lights. And DS Automobiles, they're no stranger to it. You've got this beautiful new heartbeat shape here. It's quite thin, and if this car is following you, you can really see it. It helps the whole front of the car stand out. It ties in, however, with this extra little bit, so it's dashes of line all the way across the grille, joining in the middle at an illuminated DS badge. It just gives the number 4 a unique face. In the middle of the bonnet is a badge that says Palace, and that's to indicate one of the two trim levels, Palace and Etoile. This is the Palace model you see in front of you. Regardless, the DS number 4, as before, is a premium 5-door hatchback. It goes up against the likes of the Audi A3, BMW 1 Series, and maybe the Mercedes A-Class. Its pricing might suggest otherwise, and I'll come back to that in a moment. On the side, not a huge amount has changed. There's a bit less chrome than before. There are some new wheels, and I'm glad that DS hasn't changed too much because it's a very, very distinctive shape. When you come around to the back here, the roof really flows down. I'm also glad that DS hasn't really changed the back lights. They're really jewel-like. When you're following this car from behind, nothing else looks like it with that low body, and it's quite wide as well. Eagle-eyed amongst you may spot the DS Automobiles word all the way across the back. That is new, and so obviously is this number 4 badge. Now, this is the hybrid. It's a 145 horsepower hybrid automatic, of course, but if you go for that electric model, it's called the E-Tense, and that has a range of up to 450 kilometers, so buyers have quite a bit of choice. And the best thing is, I think, despite everything that you're looking at here, this is a very affordable car. It starts at $35,995. It completely undercuts the Audi A3 and the Mercedes A-Class, and yet you get more performance for that money. Interestingly, I think a closer rival comparison is the Cupra Leon. And if you think the exterior of the number 4 is distinctive, just wait till you see the interior. Nothing in the hatchback class, premium or otherwise, is quite as distinctive as this. There's plenty of space up front in the number 4, and the design kind of cocoons you. It wraps around you a bit, and that's shown mostly in the doors, the way this dashboard wraps into the door, and in fact, when you open the door, the air vent goes with it, which is quite an unusual detail. And unusual is perhaps a word you might use to describe some of the details in here, but that's okay. We like a bit different. Despite the fact that number 4 is built by Stellantis, and Stellantis has lots of other cars of similar size with lots of different switchgear, DS kind of goes its own way, which I really like. On the door here, for example, are the window switches, and they're kind of crystalline. They're plastic, sure, but they're nice to touch. They're textured. And behind them are these diamond buttons. Unusual, distinctive. I like that. I really like how different it is. And yet there's plenty of practicality in here. The door pucks themselves are actually quite big. Underneath here there's a butterfly opening armrest, and underneath there's very, very deep section for storage. And my personal favourite, and I think DS Automobiles designers must have been thinking again about the French fashion industry here. Up here is what I think looks like a jewellery box. So you push it open. Oh, okay, there aren't any jewels in there, but there's actually plenty of room for jewellery if you really wanted to put it in there. In fact, it also holds 2 cup holders, 12-volt power socket, and USB-C port, and space to put your phone for charging. Close it all away when you don't need it. Very, very useful. However, if you're not putting your phone in here, I like this. Put it in here, out of the way, it's in reach, and yet it's not in view, which is actually quite important, obviously, when you're driving. Other bits and pieces. There are some physical controls on the center console here. It's a Stellantis car, so the drive mode is all about this button here, this rocker switch, and actually to drive select, you have this toggle, very, very simple, and a little button for manual if you want to take over the gear changing yourself. It's not really the kind of car for that, I don't think, even though it has paddles behind the steering wheel, if you do. The steering wheel itself, it is flat bottomed, but not extremely. It's a nice shape and it feels good to hold. And as you expect in any modern car, there are digital instruments in front of the wheel. They're very, very clear, very easy to read. There's not a huge amount of detail in these particular ones. Sure, the colour changes when you change the modes, but that's about it. More importantly, they're very clear and easy to read. Unlike a lot of modern cars in which the touchscreen dominates the dashboard, the No.4's is quite well integrated with the design, and I actually quite like that. It also has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay as you expect for wireless mirroring, and most people will probably use those. The touchscreen itself is quite responsive. The only downside to the design is it doesn't have a separate bank of physical buttons for the temperature controls. I prefer that. Nonetheless, it does have this bank of shortcut buttons under here, and they are quite an interesting design again. It draws attention to what are hidden air vents in here, and to adjust them you've got these delicate little adjusters. It all adds to an interior that is quite different to anything else out there. And the last thing I've just spotted on that front actually is up here in the headlining. You've got these diamond-shaped lights and diamond-shaped buttons. Again, it just adds up to something that is not the norm. So the DS Automobiles No.4 is now on sale in Ireland, and that's our first kind of glance at it and a preview to the model. You will of course find detailed reviews of the car on our website. It's CompleteCar.ie, and it's a great resource for choosing your next new car.